Let's imagine I were to partner with billionaires for instant liquidity. Let's imagine I airdropped it to the students of the real world, because why would I not make my students richer than everybody else? Imagine there was an airdrop to the real world students. Because you know, the day this imaginary project comes true, you will be rewarded for all of that hard work in cold, hard cash. I really truly believe it would be the biggest crypto project in history, while also giving you the easiest money play in history. Because the easiest money play in history is to join the real world for $49, get your tokens, and wait for them to go up. If you knew the names of the people who were involved in this project and blowing up my phone trying to make it come true, I don't think you'd sleep for months. This is as big as things can possibly be, and it's going to be executed flawlessly.
It may be a coincidence, but as Andrew Tate's legal bills pile up, his scams just get more and more desperate. Those clips were from when Andrew first announced the real world token to all his little students in the real world. As you can see, managing expectations was not quite a priority. I'll give more thoughts on the real world token and what I expect to come from Coffeezilla's upcoming video about Andrew Tate's crypto projects later in the video. But first, an update on the Top G's staged Lamborghini lottery scam. And make no mistake about it, it was a scam. I recommend watching part 1 before this, where I break down how the scam took place in great detail and introduce the new character, Justin. I'll leave the link to part 1 in the description. But I will say, if Andrew was going to scam his mostly child audience with a fake car lottery, I am so happy he chose Justin.
Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious right now?
Is Justin watching the stream?
Maybe. Oh my god, bro, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, oh my god!
Nice to meet you. Follow me this way. Follow me.
Oh my god, I can't fucking believe this! Oh my god.
The man is an absolute character. Some quick cliff notes on why the Lambo giveaway was a blatant scam. Firstly, you had to pay to enter by purchasing $1,000 worth of Tate's shitcoin daddy and paying the $50 sign-up fee for Tate's so-called university, the real world. The requirement to buy the daddy was later removed, but not till the day of the draw. The Tates put on a 10-hour stream to announce the winner of the Lamborghini. And during this stream, they were still pushing kids to join the real world so they could qualify to win. Yet the winner, Justin, was predetermined and told to travel from Florida to the workshop in Texas to receive the car in person. They could have had Justin call in to accept the prize to make it believable, but we are talking about the Tate brothers, the stupidest criminals of our generation. It was already obvious from the jump that this was a staged scam, but as I covered in part 1, like Tate, Justin is a monumental self-snitcher. He wouldn't stop openly admitting that he was pre-chosen by the Tates in this sham of a giveaway. And since I uploaded part 1, he still hasn't stopped self-snitching. This is him again, admitting that he was chosen by the Tates as a predetermined winner. No, this is not a replay.
Well, what I do want to address is I do want to address the DUI specifically, because, yeah, I got them. It's undeniably. I mean, you posted all of my fucking mugshots. I mean, kudos to you guys, really. I mean, you found every fucking bad thing I've ever done. Everything. I mean, obviously the internet is ruthless. And, you know, I see why Andrew chose me, because he knew that I was going to be absolutely unfazed by this. He knew I was going.
Just astonishing. Now, about the DUIs that Justin mentioned, the man has a lot of DUIs and other driving offences on his public record. He really seems to be confused about why we have shared this and why I included this information in my video.
Which a lot of these people don't understand. You know, you're still doing this to a human being. I'm still a person. I still have a family. I still have other obligations. I still have to do business not just in the real world, but also out in the world. And literally them tried to trash my reputation, destroy my business reputations that I had worked so very hard for over even a very long period of time.
Justin thinks I'm just being a big meanie, attacking a recovering alcoholic for his past indiscretions. I'm gonna clip this so someone can share this with Justin to help him understand, because he blocked me, but we shared that you don't have a driver's license for being a repeated drink driver because it is relevant to the scam. Tate could have chosen anyone to be the fake winner of his stage car lottery, but he chose you, a man who can't even drive the car, because he's a moron. This is why we shared that public information, Justin. Okay, before moving on, I've got one more claim that Justin made that I need to address.
It was actually kind of comical because they decided to pull all of my mugshots from all of my previous arrests for when I did actually get arrested for DUIs. They also pulled all my violations of probation for that as well. They also pulled, let's see, they doxed my home address, which is good. They doxed. Luckily, it was an old phone number, which ironically enough was still active through a phone forward, and the phone absolutely went berserk.
To be clear, if Justin is talking about me here, he is flat out lying. We didn't dox his address, we didn't dox his phone number. If he's talking about me, he's telling fibs, and if he's not, he should make it clear. Well, that's enough of Justin for this video, but given that he's such a wacky character, I don't think it's the last of him you'll see on my channel. It's time to address the major project that Tate has been hyping up, the real world token. As you saw at the start of this video, he is hyping up this coin more than any influencer has hyped up any coin. When he first announced it in June, he said the real world token would be
the easiest money play in history.
And
the biggest crypto project in history.
There is so much that Tate has promised about the real world token, but there is one promise that can be immediately written off to expose it as a scam.
And then imagine it was correlated with my release from the Romanian borders, and I started flying around the world to promote it, sitting with your favorite movie stars. Please remember, guys, I'm more famous than anyone. All the movie stars, all the famous people, the red carpet, all that crap I've avoided, I'll start going to. I'll fill up stadiums, I'll do speaking tours, I'll do a tour on a bus around the country. All these other companies will be begging me to get involved, once again putting in millions of dollars to this project to pump this coin. And the students of the real world would see a huge increase in the airdrop token value as it went to retail and everybody who was not a student began to buy. Now, if this...
The Daddy World Tour. This is something that Tate has been promising since this announcement in June, all the way up until the current day.
We hope you get your money up. We hope you're involved in the real world airdrop. We hope you're going to stake your daddy and come see us in the Daddy Tour coming soon.
Now I'm free to do a tour around the world, a daddy tour. Tokyo, Dubai, Miami, Geneva, London.
This is the ground level. I can pump it at any time. I'm not even attempting to pump it right now. But when the tour starts and when the utility is announced, that's when it's going to hit its real all-time highs.
Back in June, today, and every day in between, Tate's promise of this Daddy World Tour has been impossible and fraudulent. You see, there's a small matter that the Tates are awaiting trial for human trafficking. The entire time since June, both Tates have been banned from leaving Romania, with Andrew being on house arrest since he was charged with raping and trafficking minors. There was a brief period where some judge that was on crack ruled that they would be able to travel throughout the European Union, but this was quickly appealed and overturned and never went into effect. You could ask, but what if Tate thought that the case was a chance of being dropped when he started promoting the Daddy World Tour? Well, back in March, an extradition to the UK was approved for both Andrew and Tristan to take place after the Romanian legal proceedings. What this means is that as soon as A, they serve their prison sentence in Romania, or B, the trial is finished and they beat the case, they will immediately be arrested, thrown in a plane, and transported to the UK to face more extremely serious charges. What this means is that I can say with certainty that this world tour that the Tates have been using to convince people to invest in their crypto projects is bullshit. And just to make it even more absurd, when Tate announced this in June, he put a time frame on it.
Plus, I am not going to be free to leave Romania for 3-4 months. And it would all tie together pretty well if I gave you guys a few months. I've given you some tidbits.
That clip is from early June. We are now deep into October. The Tates back in June were urging their students to buy Daddy, join the real world and spend more money inside the real world, based on the promise that by now they would be free men, doing world tours to promote these crypto projects, and having already launched the real world token. And when I say they were asking for extra money from their students, I was not kidding. When promoting the real world token, we have seen Tate urge students to join the council, saying that this would maximize their share of the token.
So what I think we should do is we should link the amount of tokens you get in an airdrop to your status within the real world. Members of the council will get the most. You can join the council via the courses tab. Then, of course...
What is this council, you may ask? That Tate is urging his students to join, saying they will get the biggest share of the real world token, even saying that if you join the council, he can guarantee that you can be rich.
Hype. Then you need to be in the real world for as long as possible, amplify your power level, amplify your ranking by staying inside for many months, join the council ASAP, and access the best bees in the beehive. And if you do those things, I guarantee you can be rich.
Well, around the time of the June announcement stream, I was actually inside the real world having a look around to prepare for a video. And when I was inside, I discovered that to join the council, it costs $1,997. And since Tate was already hyping up the real world token so hard, I could see kids inside the platform posting screenshots proud that they had joined the council. I'm afraid to say the massive promises for the real world token don't stop there. In all these months that Tate has been hyping it up, we've seen him promise kids that joined the real world and received the real world token in the airdrop a percentage ownership of the real world platform that would give them a monthly residual income for the rest of their life.
The goal is that you can buy the token and own a percentage of the school. So imagine you sign up for the real world, you start to make money, you focus on your tasks, then you can invest that money in the real world token and get paid every single month a monthly dividend from the profits of the school. Meaning you can own a percentage of the largest online university in the world, which will grow for the next 20 to 30 years. This is going to be the largest platform in the world. It is going to get bigger and bigger as more and more people learn to get their education online. You can own a percentage of it and get paid every single month for the rest of your life. I'm doing all the legality, all of the tokenomics, all of the paperwork, all of the SEC. I'm spending millions of dollars on lawyers, putting all of this together to give you an opportunity to own a company like the one that you're currently in. Think what other business you'd rather own besides the school you believe in. You're able to buy the token of the real world, be a student of the real world, and get paid every single month from the token. Completely legit, above board, taxes paid, everything.
Just wild stuff. The most extreme promises that anyone has ever made for a crypto project ever. And now, what must be causing a monumental meltdown in the Tate meat factory? As I'm recording this video, Coffeezilla's expose on Tate's crypto projects has just dropped. I'll also leave a link to his video in the description of this one, and highly recommend checking it out. In it, Coffee gives his thoughts on the real-world token.
Okay, so Tate's new plan is that you buy a get-rich-quick course, gain power points, you have to stay subscribed to keep your power points, and then they say they will pay you a percentage that their school makes.
The goal is that you can buy the token and own a percentage of the school. So imagine you sign up for the real world, you start to make money, you focus on your tasks, then you can invest that money in the real world token and get paid every single month a monthly dividend from the profits of the school.
All right, I think I get it. So you got the people at the bottom, they're paying up into the course, into the school. Then you got the people higher with higher power levels. They're making money from people at the bottom with the coin. And then all that money flows up. It's just kind of this nice little pyramid scheme.
One thing I don't think Coffeezilla knows, or barely anyone knows for that matter, is that this is not the first time Tate has promised his fans a project that they could be part owners of and earn a residual income. Tate promised exactly this in August 2023 for his much hyped AI planet, Planet T.
As well as making money, there's something else you can do with AI. You can build a brand new world, a new reality, and as though I own this world, I need to make sure I own all the worlds into the future. I need to make sure I own all of them. And all of the students of Hustle University are going to be citizens of my brand new planet. So what is on this brand new planet? Well, there'll be monuments. Of course, we will visit Mount Wudan, where you can hear a tale and master the 7 styles. Perhaps I will teach you Aikido in person so you learn how to deflect the matrix attacks. Perhaps you'll have a chance to be the man you always wanted to be. In between all of the training, you do a little bit of sightseeing. Maybe you'd like to see the dinosaurs. You see, what's so interesting is that when you earn $1 here on Earth, you own a percentage of the Earth. You own a percentage of all the currency on the planet, and maybe a small percent, but you still own some. And inside of our new reality which we are building, you will also have a chance to own a percentage of the planet. You will literally own the future. When we teach you how to use AI in Hustle University, it's not only so you can earn money here on Earth, it's also so you can build and construct a new future which you will literally own a percentage of. And it is Hustle University students, these founding members, which help us build this reality, which will cement themselves as legends into eternity.
Like the real-world token, Planet T was massively hyped by Tate and his people, urging them to pay the $50 to sign up to the real world before the launch so they don't miss out. After all the hype, when Planet T was launched on the 30th of August 2023, everyone who had joined the real world for Planet T discovered that it was locked for new members. Only the longer-term members could even access it, and it was just a new extension of the real-world AI campus. The profit share model, which Tate had promised, never happened. And Tate hyped it up, saying the AI planets that these kids would own a percentage of would be worth more than some countries. Planet T was a blatant scam. And if we fast forward to the current day, Tate is making these exact same promises about a profit share model of the real world token that he once again is saying will make his students rich. To any of Andrew Tate's fans or any kids in the real world who have watched this video to this point, I'll ask you what I've been asking you guys for a long time whenever you tell me that Tate would never scam anyone. How is Planet T going? There's one last promise that Andrew is making about the real world token. You see, Andrew, who has never paid his taxes, is doing the real world token, the biggest crypto project in history, all above board. He's making it SEC compliant and even working with the SEC to get this project done right.
I am working with the SEC so that the real world token can be launched as a security. The goal is that you can buy the token and own a percentage of the school. I'm doing all the legality, all of the tokenomics, all of the paperwork, all of the SEC. When we launch the real world token, we're not going to have some scam coin trying to hide from the SEC. No, we're going at the SEC. We're going to try and get full SEC approval so we can launch a security so I can share the profits of the online school with all of the students. We'll be a public company. We're going public. It's going to be beautiful.
You see, the problem with the story that Tate is getting the real-world token ready to be SEC compliant, and that this could be ready any day, is the same problem that this project has as a whole. He's been saying this since fucking July. In July, he was telling his students in Telegram to wait and that he has the white paper with lawyers to handle SEC, then go. And in this video he posted in July, he said the tech was all complete and all the paperwork was with lawyers to make sure they were SEC compliant.
Power level inside of the real world. This is all complete. The tech is all complete. We have all the paperwork with lawyers to make sure we're SEC compliant.
And this is where we are today, still waiting for the real world token and still waiting for the SEC approval. I've had a look for any SEC filings for any variation of Tate, TRW, the real world or Daddy. It really does seem like all the little tater tots are going to be waiting a long time for the biggest money play in history. And they're certainly going to be waiting a long time for the Daddy World Tour. To everyone watching, what you do with your money is very much your business, but Andrew Tate is very much the last person whose word you should trust when he tells you where to invest your money.
I have nothing to do with any cryptos whatsoever, and I'll tell you why. Because in crypto, it's impossible for someone to win without somebody else losing. If you're going to buy a coin for $1 and sell it for $10, the only reason you have made money is because someone else bought it for $10 and they are going to lose. I do not want anybody who is associated with me in any form to lose. I don't want any of my fans to lose. I don't want any young children who believe in me to lose. I don't want anybody to lose a single penny. That is why I do not endorse any cryptos. I will never endorse any cryptos, absolutely none of them. If they say I have anything to do with it, they are fucking lying. I have nothing to do with any of it. You know what? I could pump a shitcoin and make $100 million, but I already have $100 million, so why the fuck would I damage my fans? If you believe in Tate, I will improve your life. If you join the Hustles University, you will make money. Nobody loses through association with me, and I will ensure that is the case for the rest of human time to please myself and to please God. Anyone who says I have anything to do with any crypto is fucking lying. It is always a scam.